You stand before the vault of whispered titles. The air feels heavy here. It presses against your suit like deep water. Dust coats the floor in a thick gray blanket. It has not been disturbed for ages. You check your oxygen levels. They are holding steady. You step forward. The metal grating clangs under your boots. That sound echoes forever in the dark. This is the Starborn Library. It is a place legends say does not exist. Yet here you are. You shine your light on the walls. They're lined with data crystals. Each one holds a memory. You brush the dust from a label. The text is in a language no one speaks anymore. You feel a strange hum in your bones. It is the vibration of lost history. These are not just books. They are names. You are looking at the identities of vanished worlds. A planet dies when its name is forgotten. That is what the experts say. You never believed it until now. The silence here is loud. It screams with the weight of absence. You move deeper into the stacks. The shadows seem to reach for you. They want to be remembered. You hear a sound ahead. It is the scuff of a boot on metal. You are not alone. You freeze and kill your light. Darkness swallows you whole. You listen. There is a rhythm to the steps. It is slow and deliberate. You see a faint glow appear. It is a lantern held by a figure. He wears a coat stitched from void fabric. It shimmers like oil on water. He stops by a shelf. He reaches out with a gloved hand. He plucks a crystal from the row. He whispers something to it. The crystal glows brighter. This must be the man. The rumors called him the Collector. He drifts between sectors like a ghost. He does not hunt for credits. He does not seek fame. He seeks fragments of forgotten identities. You watch him work. He treats the data shard like a jewel. He places it in a pouch at his side. He turns. He knows you are there. You step into the light. He does not raise a weapon. He only nods. His eyes are old. They have seen stars burn out. He waves for you to follow. He speaks as he walks. His voice sounds like grinding stones. He tells you of the Elder Ones. They were the first to map the dark. They gave names to the constellations. Their words held power. They could shape reality with a syllable. But time is a cruel thief. It stole their names one by one. Now their works are dust. The Collector wants to save what is left. He believes the universe is breaking apart. It is unraveling because we forgot the words that bind it. It sounds like madness, but you follow him anyway. You arrive at a docking bay. A ship waits there. It looks like a wreck. The hull is scarred and pitted. It has seen too many battles. The metal is twisted in odd shapes. It looks like it was stretched by a giant hand. The Collector pats the flank of the ship. He calls it his rift-stretched vessel. He claims it flew through a space-time tear. The engines hum with a low note. It is not a mechanical sound. It sounds like a choir humming in a cave. You board the craft. The air inside smells of ozone and old paper. The cockpit is cramped. Wires hang from the ceiling like vines. You take the co-pilot seat. It creaks under your weight. The Collector engages the thrusters. The ship lurches forward. It feels like riding a unicycle on ice. You grab the console for support. The stars outside blur into streaks. You are moving fast. You are heading into the deep void. The hum of the ship gets louder. It starts to form words in your mind. You try to ignore it. That is harder than it sounds. The Collector points to a glowing object. It sits on the dashboard. It is a jagged crystal. It pulses with a soft blue light. He says it is alive. It is a sentient shard. You lean closer. You hear a whisper coming from it. It repeats names in a loop. It sounds like a broken record. The Collector says it is a guide. It remembers the path to the silent sectors. It offers guidance for a price. The price is your attention. You must listen to its sorrow. You enter a new region of space. The stars here look dim. The Collector unrolls a map. It is not made of paper. It is a sheet of hard light. It shows the sector you are in. But the map is full of holes. There are blank spots where worlds should be. These are the vanished places. The map marks them with a faint glow. It is an atlas of silence. The collector points to a blinking dot. That is your destination. You feel a chill. It is not from the cold of space. You land on a gray moon. Gravity is light here. You bounce with each step. A great hall stands before you. It is built of black stone. Huge statues guard the entrance. They look like warriors from a forgotten age. They hold stone spears. Their eyes are dark pits. The collector stops. He tells you to be still. The statues are not just stone. They are guardians. They react to lies. You must speak only truth here. If you lie, the eyes will glow red. Then the spears will move. You walk past them slowly. You feel their gaze on your neck. It feels like walking past a sleeping tiger. You keep your mind clear. You focus on the mission. You reach the heavy doors. They are sealed tight. There is no handle. There is only a series of carvings. They look like sound waves. The collector hums a low note. It matches the vibration of the ship. The stone begins to vibrate. Dust falls from the cracks. The doors groan. They slide open. Inside is a chamber of echoes. The walls are covered in symbols. It is a cipher of forgotten tongues. The collector studies them. He traces the lines with his finger. He says it is a song. Each name is a melody. The universe is built on music. We just forgot the tune. He finds a pattern. He taps a sequence on the wall. A console rises from the floor. It is covered in dust. He blows it off. You cough. It tastes like chalk. He enters a code. The room lights up. A beam of energy shoots up. It goes through the roof. You run outside. You look up. A beacon flares to life above the hall. It sends a pulse into the dark. It is a signal fire. It cuts through the void. This beacon once guided lost fleets. It has been dark for cycles. Now it sings again. The signal carries fragments of old identities. It is calling out to the lost. You wonder if anyone is listening. Your comms crackle. A voice breaks through the static. It sounds desperate. It is a rebel archivist. He is hiding in an asteroid belt. He saw the beacon. He begs for help. He holds a name of a dead son. He says the Void Hunters are chasing him. They want to erase the name forever. The collector grips his staff. His face hardens. We have to go. There is no time to debate. You run back to the ship. The engines roar to life. You punch the coordinates into the nav computer. The ship leaps into warp. You arrive at the asteroid field. It is a mess of tumbling rocks. A storm of plasma rages there. It is a storm rider's trial. Lightning arcs between the rocks. It writes code across your view screen. The sensors go blind. You have to fly by sight. The ship shakes violently. Alerts flash red. You ignore them. You see a small pod trapped in the storm. That is the archivist. You dive into the plasma cloud. Shields drop to 50%. The hull screams under the stress. You get close to the pod. You extend a grapple line. It latches on. You pull the pod in. The storm tries to tear it away. You fire the thrusters hard. You break free from the cloud. The silence of space returns. You exhale. You did not realize you were holding your breath. You check the cargo bay. The archivist is safe. He hands the collector a data drive. The drive glows with a warm light. The collector nods. He connects it to the ship. The map updates. A new path appears. It leads to the center of the galaxy. This is it, the final leg of the journey. You set a course. The ship feels different now. It feels lighter. Maybe it is just your imagination. You travel for days, or maybe hours. Time feels strange here. You arrive at a region of dense light. It is a nebula of pure energy. In the center lies a pool. It is a giant well of silver liquid. It floats in space. It defies gravity. This is the name well. It reflects stars that are not there. It reflects the past. You steer the ship closer. The collector stands up. He grabs his pouch of crystals. He walks to the airlock. You put on your helmet. You follow him out. You float in the void above the well. It is beautiful and terrifying. The collector opens the pouch. He takes out the crystals one by one. He drops them into the silver pool. They sink without a splash. Ripples spread across the surface, the ripples turn into light. You hear a sound. It starts as a whisper, then it grows. It becomes a chorus. It is the sound of recovered names. They are rising together. The harmony shakes your bones. It reshapes the void around you. Stars flicker into existence. The map in your HUD updates. Blank spots are filling in. Worlds are waking up. The universe is remembering itself. The collector watches with a smile. Tears float in his helmet. He looks at you. He points to his chest. He leans close. His radio clicks. He whispers one final word. It is his own true name. He has carried it for eons. Now he gives it to the well. His body begins to fade. He turns into stardust. He joins the chorus. You are alone. You float there for a moment. The song fades to a hum. You drift back to the ship. You climb inside. The seat feels empty without him. You look at the map. There are still blank spots. There are still silent sectors. The work is not done. It is never done. You place your hand on the controls. The crystal on the dash pulses. It waits for your command. You are the collector now. You check the sensors. A signal blips on the edge of range. It is a faint cry from a lost world. You lock in the coordinates. The engines spool up. They sing a new song. It is a song of hope. You push the throttle forward. The stars streak by. You head into the unknown. Every new world awaits a name. You are ready to find them. Wait. You hear a ping. Another signal. This one is close. You scan the area. It is a derelict station. It spins slowly in the dark. It looks dead, but the crystal hums louder. There is something there. You bring the ship around. You match the rotation of the station. The docking clamps engage. You brag your gear. You grab the lantern. You step into the airlock. The cycle hisses. The inner door opens. The station is dark. Gravity is offline. You float through the corridors. Debris floats with you. It is like swimming in a junkyard. You see scratch marks on the walls. Something wanted to get out, or maybe get in. You grip your light tight. You float toward the bridge. The door is jammed. You pry it open. The bridge is a mess. Consoles are smashed, but one screen still glows. It displays a list. It is a manifest of cargo, but not supplies. It lists cryopods and the names of the sleepers. You wipe dust from the screen. The names are familiar. They are from the first era. These people saw the birth of stars. You check the status. The pods are critical. Power is failing. You have to act fast. You need to route power from your ship. You rush back to the airlock. You grab a power cable. You drag it through the dark halls. It is heavy. It snags on debris. You curse under your breath. You reach the bridge. You find the power port. You plug it in. Sparks fly. The lights flicker on. The hum of life support returns. You hear the hiss of gas. The pods are stabilizing. You look at the faces behind the glass. They look peaceful. They are sleeping through history. You have saved them. You have saved their names. You download the data. You add it to the atlas. The crystal on your belt glows. It is pleased. You feel a sense of pride. This is better than hunting for gold. This matters. You head back to your ship. You disconnect the cable. You undock from the station. You leave a beacon behind. Someone will come for them. You look at the star field. It looks different now. It looks like a puzzle you are solving. You pick a new direction. The engine roars. You fly past a nebula. It looks like a giant eye. You wink at it. Why not? You are in a good mood. You check the fuel. You have enough for a few more jumps. The universe is big, but you have time. You have all the time in the world. You think about the old man. He gave everything for this. You hope he is at peace. You hope he found his own name. The ship shudders. A gravity wave hits you. It is a ripple from a collapsing star. You ride it like a surfer. It pushes you faster. You laugh. This is living. You are on the edge of the map. There are dragons here. And you are going to name them. The crystal chimes. It has found a cluster of signals. They are faint. They are coming from a black hole's edge. That is dangerous. That is perfect. You adjust your course. You divert power to the shields. The event horizon looms ahead. It bends the light. It looks like a dark drain. You see debris orbiting it. Among the trash are data buoys. They are caught in the gravity well. They are screaming out data. They are trying to save their archives before they fall in. You have to be quick. You have to swoop in and grab the data stream. If you get too close, you are gone. No name can save you then. You grit your teeth. You dive. The G-force pushes you into the seat. Your vision blurs. The ship groans. You extend the receiver array. The download bar appears on your screen. It moves slow. Too slow. The gravity is pulling you in. You push the engines to max. The hull temperature rises. The download is at 80%. Come on, 90. The dark is pulling at your tail. It wants to eat you. 99. Done. You pull up hard. You fire the emergency boosters. You shoot away from the hole. You gasp for air. You made it. You check the data. It is the history of a star system. It tells of a people made of glass. They sang to their sun. Now they are gone. But their song is safe. You play a fragment of it. It sounds like rain on a tin roof. It is beautiful. You store it in a crystal. You place it on the shelf. The shelf is filling up. You lean back. You watch the stars spin. You are just a speck in the dark, but you are a loud speck. You have a voice. And you use it to speak for the silent. That is a good job. It is the best job. You pat the dashboard. The ship hums back. It is ready for more. You are ready for more. The void is deep, but your list is long. You set the autopilot. You close your eyes for a moment. You dream of the name well. You hear the chorus. It is getting louder. One day, all the names will be back. One day, the map will be full. Until then, you keep flying. You keep hunting. You are the collector. And the hunt is on. You open your eyes. A new star blinks on the radar. It is pulsing in code. You know that code. It is an SOS from a colony ship. It went missing a decade ago. They are alive. They are waiting. You grab the yoke. You spin the ship around. You engage the warp drive. The stars stretch into lines. You are coming for them. You will not let them be forgotten. The universe tries to erase us. It uses time and distance. It uses silence, but we fight back. We use memory. We use words. We use names. That is the war we fight, and we are winning. One syllable at a time. You smile. You engage the thrusters. The dark rushes to meet you. You rush to meet it. Let's go find some names. You check the crystal guide again. It projects a hologram. It shows a path through a dense asteroid field. The rocks are moving fast. They are grinding against each other. It looks like a giant mill. But the signal is on the other side. You take a breath. You dive in. You dodge a rock the size of a mountain. You wave between two colliding stones. Sparks shower the windshield. A rock clips your wing. The ship spins. You fight the controls. You stabilize just in time. You shoot through a gap. You are in the clear. You see the colony ship. It is drifting. But lights are on. You hail them. A voice answers. They are crying. They thought everyone had forgotten. You tell them no. You tell them their name. They cheer. You can hear the relief. It washes over you. This is why you do it. You send them the coordinates to the nearest hub. They power up their engines. They follow you out. You lead them to safety. You watch them warp away. You are alone again, but not lonely. The ghosts of the past are with you. They are good company. You look at your hands. They are steady. You look at the void. It is vast, but it is not empty. It is full of stories. You just have to know how to listen. You tune the sensors. You scan the frequencies. You wait for the whisper. There it is, faint and far away. A lost probe, a drifting letter, a forgotten god. You mark the spot. You check your supplies. You have enough fuel. You have enough coffee. You have enough will. You push the lever. The engines flare. The ship jumps. You leave a streak of light behind. It is a signature. It says you were here. It says you remember. And that is enough. That is everything. You fly on. The stars watch you pass. They know you now. They know your name. The collector. The keeper. The voice. You like the sound of that. It has a ring to it. You laugh. The sound echoes in the cockpit. It sounds like victory. You are the master of the silence, and you have a lot of work to do. End of line, end of record. New horizon set. Engage.